Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars. It is week 31, day 3, it is a green day. So probably going to be messing with the same team as we got off out of our losing streak with. The double giant spider, double Kraken. But yeah, William. It's funny that you still had it open from yesterday, the tab thing. But hello William, hello Crashbang, hello Adrian, hello Steve, welcome all, welcome. So today we will be using the kind of standard thing until we can come up with something else that will really work for this day. This has worked for us for the longest of times. We went off of it for a little while, but kind of came back to it recently. And that of course is the double giant spider, double Kraken. Someone asked earlier, can this be used if Kraken is not traded? In late game, no. In early game, you can get away with it. If you're in the top 3 brackets, maybe top 5, I don't think you can get away with it. But it does do enough damage even without the traits to still be useful. But yes, it is highly advised to have it traded if possible, mainly because you do, of course, get the loop going, and you can just damage it solely off of extra turns if it had to come down to that in a certain situation. Like right here on this turn, every single one of these we're doing is a solid 6 damage to him, 3 for each of them, and it does trigger if you have multiple, so 6 damage there, another 6, and I think we can get another one right there, so boom. Oh, I took that in a way that actually wouldn't give it a, oops. I actually could have taken that for 5 times. I thought that was going to give us another 4 times, but nonetheless, we'll throw a little bit there. He does get his freeze, he does get his own, and he did not devour. It does look like that gives him quite a bit of advantage, the fact that we didn't get it 5 times there. For whatever reason, it did look like we could take the double, but we'll just go for the green there. Get a little bit of purple off to the drop. He takes a skull, which is actually pretty useful for us because, yeah, doesn't really matter that much. So we'll go take a blue, try for the brown, ideally extra turn that. Very nice, exactly what we needed. And since we can't be frozen on brown or red, we can easily go take those. And it looks like I take this yellow-blue for the blue, and maybe some cascade, like a double purple. Nope, not that lucky. He gets another freeze on us, so we are going to lose it here. And it does look like we are in trouble, because he is stacking out all the damage. He did not get the devour, but we do still have the double there. So not looking good already. Let's see. We're not frozen on blue, surprisingly, so let me take that. Problem is we don't have an opening for the giant spider to actually cast on the board. So move that over, get more damage. How do we get out of this? Skull is pointless, but I almost need to take it now just so he doesn't kill us. Oh wait, I can't, because regardless of which one I do, he kills us. So I have to throw a giant spider here. It doesn't matter. So we have to, I guess, green, just so he doesn't have it. Even though we both need green, I think he needs it slightly more than we do. And especially if he gets his mana off of it, off like a blue or something the following turn. So I am going to deny one of the only 2 colors we use, I believe, to go and do that. We can get rid of red, but neither of us really use red, so it's not really going to help us much. So double check, yep, looks like we're doing this on green. Get our summon, we have double Kraken, and that's hopefully enough to save us here. Gonna cast the weaker one first, because she's about to die. And I guess we go all in on this. I need to get lucky enough to get a Devour right here, and we win. I didn't get it. Did not get it. This is still losable. He can double it and get us for quite a bit of damage there, because he can hit those 2 and devour that one when he does that. I just need to get to full mana. Might just deny him on greens here just so he misses. So we will do that. And he still manages to get mana. Okay, that's not good. What kind of moves do we have here that would be useful for us? None of these red movements are that good. I almost just want to deny him on a blue just to reduce his chance of extra turning. There doesn't appear to be any way that we can take the mana that we need though while simultaneously doing that. Because whatever I do with this turn, it has to take a green or a purple, or deny blue. But I'd prefer to get mana towards our Kraken, because that's the only win condition we really have at this point, is getting that Kraken up. So yeah, I'm just going to have to go for it. So we'll do that. He does not get Devour, but he does get the extra turn, and will he kill? Yes, he will. No! First battle, already dead. What, do we need a backup plan for our backup plan now? This was supposed to be the thing that gets us out the lose streak. Though it did for a while. The problem is Queen Mab. If it wasn't Queen Mab, we'd be able to do it for all of these. Does Green Day even have a green map counter? A green map. I just said green map. Okay, plan B. Off to the Queen map counters. Well, there's Spirit Fox, but let's go over every single green that can counter it. Also, hello, Plumko, Jesse, Steve, Jeremy, Bridget, Dinos Garor, William again. Does live stream income differ? Stream income differ from upload video content? You've heard other YouTubers complain every video uploaded is automatically demonetized until reviewed. Yes, that has been happening quite a bit as of recently. Same things do happen with the streams as well. Like after streams, sometimes they'll get like demonetized like soon after. Yeah, it's a really weird thing. I don't know if it's just a visual glitch with it or what exactly. I haven't actually like paid like every single second paying attention to see when it got demonetized or not. But yes, I have been noticing that many uploads do get instantly demonetized and for like a short amount of time until they figure out what on earth is going on with it, and then they're like, yeah, that passes. It's really weird, and yes, it has been cutting into revenue slightly. By well, actually revenue's increasing at the moment, but that's mainly because it's December. A lot of advertisers are advertising obviously for Christmas and stuff like that, so until the end of the year, income right now is more, but then once it hits to January, February, it just goes and just falls all the way off. But yeah, I have been making a little bit less because of that. The whole yeah, I haven't been talking about it myself because I don't know, I normally don't talk about stuff like that, but yeah, it has been happening. Like, occasionally a video will just get demonetized for no reason. Then I'll check it like 5 hours later, and then boom, it's monetized. It's really weird. Anyways, backup plan. What on earth do we do here? Asha, you counter. Spirit Fox, you counter. Technically, Baba Yaga, you counter. Why is every counter a green-purple? I'm looking for looking for every possible anti-map counter that there is. Let's see. Captain Skullbeard technically is, but I'd rather keep the Apothecary. Dark Maiden doesn't have Cleanse. That doesn't hit. That needs extra turns. That has too high of a mana pool. That doesn't have enough dragons. Famine. Am I really going to have to bring Famine into this day? I might have to. I'm about to bring Apothecary Famine into today. Okay, let's work with this and try to do something around this. Apothecary Famine. We're going to make this work. Let's see. I still need a backline tank, though I want Apothecary to be front of Famine just so it gets quicker mana. It'd be redundant putting a Apothecary behind it. Christinex, we already have the color. Do we just put a Kraken on this for damage? I guess so. If you can't beat them, join them. And, well, the problem now is we need a backline tank with Impervious. And Plague doesn't cover anything. Let me see. What has, Devour, Immune... Doomclaw, except we already use all of your manas. Gloomleaf, except you're useless in the last slot. Useless in the last slot, useless in the last slot. Wait, you have Immune to Devour? Really? I might have to World Breaker. Too bad he doesn't use brown as one of his colors. If that was like red, brown, green. Is there any troop that's red, brown, green? Doesn't even matter if it has Devour thing. Apply filter. Oops. All colors. Oh, Ketris. The problem is it doesn't have Immune to Devour, though. I'd rather have the Immune to Devour, I think, than have a Ketris there. Okay. So... yeah, we still need something green with an Impervious or Immune to Devour, so let's try the Impervious. Oops. Wait, is there... no, there's stuff on green. Oh, there we go. Oh, I spelled Impervious wrong. Duh. There we go. Impervious. Let's see. Krog the Dread for now, I guess, is our best choice. Wolf Garrick. I don't think he'll land any kills. Manicore, but he's blocked. Plague, but he's blocked. You know what? I might just go Plague. He still gets us what we need. And we put the Kraken up front, actually. I will have to block it here, just so our mana works correctly. Okay, well, let's try this. Improv. And we need a Frozen Banner. That will actually work out perfectly. So, where are you? Because that gives us our +2 that we need right into our Apothecary. It leaks into Plague. And even after that, we still get to use the blues and purples for basically the duration of the battle. Where are you, Frozen Banner? Let's see. Glacial Peaks. G. Where is the G's? There it is. I keep looking at the top name and I keep forgetting it's the middle one. I don't know. They really did this weirdly. Like, I understand that's an alphabetical based on kingdom, but I don't feel like that's one of the things that people generally look at. It's also weird that the one that it's ordered by is the grayed out text, but the one that is more prevalent is not the one that it's based on. Like, it would make more sense if this was on the top in white, and that was the text on the bottom in gray. Because they made the one that's harder to see, or, you know, they're obviously supposed to make that one that's obviously easier to see than that. But the one that's alphabetized is opposite of the one that's easier to see. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever from a design perspective. Anyways, enough nitpicking. Let's go fight this with hopefully a win. So we have anti-freeze, we have our anti-devourer to the Kraken, we have our own devourer, we have anti-queen mab with apothecary, and we have famine for anti-Kraken and queen mab. So let's hope this works. Manticore for mab, that only really works if we're using in the first 2 slots. I'd rather get a famine for it. Famine will never die in 1 shot to a queen mab. Very rarely would it even die in 2 shots, and we can easily get up by within 1 shot of a queen mab. We can easily get full mana on our famine. So right off the bat, my goal is take every blue off the board because it all goes straight to apothecary. With that apothecary, the goal is to land it for full famine, and from full famine, we pretty much just auto win. That is the goal, and it doesn't even matter for frozen because apothecary takes it right off, so you don't need to worry. Move that down. 2 mana off, and I don't believe we have an extra turn here. Or do we? Let's see. No. Yes. No. That's not an extra turn, but I get a poke. I can take purple into brown into skull. Where does that leave everything? That goes down by 4. That goes down by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll stay there. Boom. So we will get a skull there. And he will not get an extra turn. There we go. And he'll just poke us. Now we have a famine. I believe I'm going to hold it, though, and hope that he doesn't go crazy. Don't miss. Don't miss. Good. Okay. And now we just take the yellow. Do we go for blue now or wait? I think we wait. I mean, I think... Excuse me. I think we just take a blue now. Go for that. Now we cast, and we throw this on... What's the bigger threat? Famine or... I mean, Kraken or Queen Mab? I think in this case, Queen Mab. Mainly because we have anti-devour on the last slot. Ooh, do we get rid of blues? Is that worth it? I feel like the answer is no, but we're currently entangled on first slot, so we can't really skull poke him. Well, that's almost full famine. Wish he would stop being 2 mana short. What else do we move here? We could try brown into, I guess, purples. Problem is our excess brown won't go anywheres, nor would our excess yellow. He gets a skull poke. That will entangle us, which is also annoying. Oh, you know what? Let me just go for this one then. We won't get the other mana, but at least we get the, we make sure he doesn't skull us yet. Ideally, we don't want him to until we actually kill him, though it does look like he's about to get another one unless I specifically go and target him right now, which I don't think I'm going to waste it for. Even if I do, I don't think that's even enough damage. Let me see. That's 10, 20, 48. That would be 10 damage short. So I do have to go for the skull here. I'm going to take this one, though, because there's more chances to extra turn. We can extra turn off all the purples, and we could also extra turn off the skull when that brown takes it down. And we get none of it, but at least we got some cascaded mana, but we do get entangled again. Though he does leave us a free turn, and some manas, and another free turn. And it looks like a Kraken as well. That gives a chance to devour her. She doesn't have immune, does she? No, she doesn't have immune. So we should be able to get that off, get a famine, go from there. Probably famine the first slot so he stops entangling us. Perfect, he even has full mana right now. Yeah, I do believe that is the bigger threat at the moment between the two of them. And then we just need to get a quick apothecary off of some blues, and we'll be good to go. Quick. No, it's not gonna be that quick. Let's see. I can take a purple and try for the skull, though it's a higher chance that it'll go in his favor, so I'm just gonna take it manually. He does get an entangle, but it hits the most irrelevant one. Actually, the most irrelevant one probably would have been the 4th slot, but since he has impervious. But I'll take it. As long as Kraken lives, that entangle does nothing to us, other than maybe its boost ratio. We really need blues right now, but let me take Kraken for now, because we might be able to leak the greens into it. If we could take 2 skull pokes, that would also work, but I'd have to rush him on getting 2 pokes prior to him getting full mana, and he already has full mana, so that is not happening. On the bright side, he can't really do much with a single cast, Actually, if anything, that helps us more than it even helped him. But you know what? This has to be our team that we start using this against now. This actually works out really well with the Apothecary Famine. I think that's actually enough to win every single one of these battles. Not even counting the rest of the team. Just the Apothecary, a 0-trait Apothecary into a 0-trait Famine. I think it's actually enough to win these. Everything else is just extra. That's just there to protect us from Kraken and Freeze. And that's just here for extra damage output. And for blues if we can get it. What do we do here? I see the extra turns. I obviously want to take some of it if I can. Trying to see if we could drop any, though it doesn't look like it's possible, so we'll just move that down. Maybe try for a blue here off the poke. Famine will not be enough to kill, so unless he was to double shot. Nope, we just give him some mana that he doesn't even use. And Famine for the final blow. Okay, so this might be our new green day then. It seems pretty safe against them, though let's see a couple more battles to really know for sure. Well, there are goblins. Let's see if we can win against goblins. Should I switch anything for going up against goblins? I think we'll be fine, because Plague will also get stat reductions, and the disease if we ever get him up. Though getting him up is a slight problem, since we don't really... The team isn't really focused on getting him up. So I might need to switch out the Plague on some of these battles. This is definitely one of them, though I do want to see for now just how it goes on the initial battle. But yeah, he's not really giving us much value. We're blocking him on everything, so obviously he doesn't really get to do much. He's mainly there for his traits for the most part, not really for what he does or his manas. Well, other than the fact he uses green, obviously, because we need to make sure we use pure green. What do we have here? Anything worth converting? We have a skull. Do we take it? I believe the answer is yes. Oh, hello, blue, that I didn't see. Yeah, we still take a skull, but now we have two choices. So we take this one because there's a extra turn chance off of both of those. Whereas if we take this, it's a lot lower because there's no double. Here, at least we have the double skull chance. Whereas here, it would need to be triple purple or triple green. Here, it only needs to be triple brown or double skull, which makes it slightly easier. Still almost impossible, but hey, look, at least we got a poke. And if one more would have fallen, we actually would have gotten the extra turn. Move that over, skull poke, move that over, skull... Actually, that's not another skull poke. Wait, we actually got Plague. I was just saying that we would never get him up. But let's go get ourselves a Famine, which actually works surprisingly good against this too. Because if we could do this before he gets rolling, we don't really have to deal with him anymore. So I'm just going to go for a green, get the poke. Oh, he agiled it. Grr. Okay, I think I throw Plague and hope it hits HP at a 1 in 4 chance. And then we Famine. Oh, never mind, that's not an extra turn. Okay, we didn't hit HP. Wow, did we hit like triple HP yet we didn't hit it on the one we actually needed to hit it on? That's annoying. I think we throw Famine now, though. What specifically? I think we do it on this one. So we get rid of that. That's one of his main damage sources. So we don't have to deal with that anymore. We'll take that down. Start working towards Apothecary in case we need another drain. And we'll take it since we can get it on red if he doesn't interrupt it. Red's also the best color to get rid of since we don't actually use it on this team. Get our poke. That kills them out between the poison and the extra turn thingy. This will give us double green and a brown. And a blue, apparently. And now we can just Kraken into a Famine. And that is match if it devours off the Kraken. Nope. Okay. 1 HP. Well, we can just take it out that way. And now we can kill it with whatever. And I'll do it with a Kraken just so we get blue, which will increase our score by a very, very minuscule amount. That's better than no extra. If you did a 1 hour long random troop challenge, that would be amazing. A 1 hour long random troop challenge. We have done that before on some streams. I never actually did a video where it was just 1 hour of random troop challenges, but we have incorporated it within a stream though. I've never done a single stream that was just random troop challenges though. I could definitely pre-record something for that for when I go on, go see my family later this month. Because I'll need 7 videos approximately to cover all the days I'll be gone, because I won't be streaming or anything on those days. So one of those days, I could do a 1 hour of random troop challenges. It might be split into 2 videos of half an hour, though, just for viewing purposes. But, yeah, I guess we could do that at some point, a 1 hour stream where we just do nothing else but random troop challenges. No time soon, though. That would be fun. It's more of a thing I like doing for videos, though, than for streams. I have done them on streams many times before, though. Let's see. I'll go take that up. Get yourself a Kraken. See if we can get that down. Can we actually get it to land? Also, did I miss any other chats while I was focusing on the battle? Hello, Jeremy. Let me just go through all of it again. You lost Salvani Moore and Skullbeard in one fight, but Baba Yaga summoned her hut. Nice. Yeah, Baba Yaga is pretty nice on Green Day. The biggest issue I normally have with it is there's so many good green purples that I personally find it better to use other stuff than to bother with her. But yeah, as far as summoning is concerned on a green day, or even a purple day, she is one of the better ones, particularly on a green day. You did Green Seer, let's see. You did Seer, Spider, Kraken, Yasmin for fun and 8.7k with 5-0. That's not too bad. That's definitely better than losing once, though I normally prefer using pure color, even if I do lose occasionally. Just because even if we win 100% of the time with it, it's basically like we lose a battle or two with how many points we end up losing due to missing a single troop. And that could start adding up to be quite a bit. Because if we go with a normal team, we'd make about 500 more points than that. And 500 more points across 3 days or 6 days is 3,000 points. And 3,000 points is more points than you would lose from one single lose if you were to go 29 out of 30 with a pure color team. And that's normally around the score we go, so I normally don't bother with it at all. But yeah, it's definitely a good strategy, particularly if you don't have the options possibly on a single day. Like if there's a day or two where you just don't have a good enough team to run pure color, you can go with the triple color and make sure you get the wins on the days that you know you're probably going to fend a little bit worse than normal if you don't have a team for it. But yeah, Green Seer on Green Day, Apothecary on Brown Day, so on and so forth. Those are generally pretty good ways to make sure you win on those designated days if you want to go 3 out of 4 on the colors. So right here we're gonna go on I guess green. It's one of the colors we need, but I also need a famine pretty badly. So we will go straight into that. Take the reds, keep getting our damage pokes. Nothing else. We also get HP, which is important to make sure our Kraken doesn't die. We do lose points, of course, if that happens, and we don't have any summoner to replace it, so ideally that would not happen. So I gotta try to make sure it doesn't, if we can. Do we just swipe this yellow? I think so. So we'll just move that over. He'll just take a poke. Anything else over here? Blue, yellow, it's just a yellow. Try it into a red. Well, that wouldn't help us much, but you never know. It could be triple red. Yeah. We could do this down, I guess, and try for a purple. That might be our better bet. It gives him a higher chance of getting a skull, though, but with how much HP we have at the moment, I don't think it's going to matter if he takes one skull, even if he takes a few. So we'll take the purple he gives us, and we can now brown into green. I mean, brown into yellow, and that is full mana. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I'll give him one more turn, so we're just going to take a skull here, try for the extra turn off the top. And nope, we didn't get a single blue to drop. Nor did he take mana, though, so we'll go move that down. I will take the blue into a skull here. That will kill him, and that leaves us with a famine, though that also took away some of the damage potential we had due to its mana pool. That could have been about 20 additional damage on these guys, so a little unfortunate, because I believe I am going to cast that now. Let me double check to see if either of them can actually die. That's 21, 42, and 70 on the dot. It will be 8 damage short. So do I wait? I would need him to take that yellow and surge. So let me take, let's see, we'll take that over. That's not the mana I needed you to take. I don't believe that's enough damage. I'm not going to bother calculating it because it's our move regardless. 6 damage. Okay, we would need to double extra turn. There's one. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, that's funny. Plague hit on HP out of a 1 in 4 chance. I was wondering how that died with only a Kraken. But yeah, he hit, he of course is basically a Kraken. But instead of always doing damage, it does a random skill. That skill can be armor, which is really annoying, but it can also be HP, which basically makes it just like a Kraken. So yeah, 1 in 4 chanced it right there. Very nice, and hopefully we get Devour here. Nope, it's not going to speed up the battle for us apparently. We don't have Apothecary cast, do we? That would be enough to kill, I believe. Let's see, if it had 13 mana, 26, yeah, that would be enough, even if it didn't have all the way at full. So I believe I'm going to convert out one of its colors just so it goes up a bit slower. And is that enough damage? 11, 22... That is exactly 50. Perfect. There we go. And down it goes. Yeah, this might have to be our new Green Day, just to counter out all of the freezes out there. And Devourers and Krakens. Oh, when do you plan to make a new Explore video? Soonish. I was going to do the best teams video soon and kind of incorporate it into that. I don't think I'm going to do a separate video just for Explore. I guess we could. The same few teams still get used. The only real difference with Explore these days is you can now use... oh, I don't have it saved. I really need to go save the other team. But you can now use the whole Sunbird kind of team with fire bombs. Personally, right now, I've been messing around and think that the best one is Sunbird, Rowan, double firebomb, though there are a few other variants that are also arguably really good. That's the cheapest one that I'm aware of, because that one doesn't actually require any traits other than, of course, the firebomb. Firebomb always requires traits. Also, one other thing that I should mention, which I probably should have in the best common video, and we'll make sure if I re-mention that team ever again. What am I doing going in here? Do keep in mind that firebomb actually is not in the drop pool at the moment for any platform. The reason for this is it was a recent event troops, and recent event troops don't come into... basically how things work as far as coming into the game. They start off as an event troop, where they're kind of just there, you can buy them for glory, really easy to obtain. But then they're out of the drop pool for about a month or so, which is the period right now, about 4 to 6 weeks. So, of course, Firebomb was like, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? So it's still out of the drop pool at the moment. But then after those few weeks, it gets added to the drop pool. So at this current moment in time, it actually is not possible to get a Firebomb as a drop if you did not get it during the event itself a few weeks back. So do keep that in mind with it. So don't like open like 1,000 gold keys expecting to get Firebombs. There should be a 0% chance of getting one at this current moment in time. Okay, so starting off, what do we do here? This really comes down a lot to what on earth he hits on Siren, and if it actually lands. I'm gonna go take blue. Oh, wow, that was lucky. That was not within sight at all. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else we can do to get that lucky again. I'm just gonna probably swipe to blue, which is the safest thing we could do. I'm gonna take it to the right because that's also the safer version. I don't want him getting a green extra turn there. Oh, that is perfect. Wow, he gives us a lot of value. Do I take some of the purple now? I think I do. Because I'm going to overfeed Famine if I convert it right now. So I take the purple first. And now I convert with Famine. I mean, Apothecary to feed Famine. Wow, we actually got Apothecary all the way back up, too. Yeah, we have 2 extra turns here. So we take that one first, just in case the Cascade ruins it. Take that one. And I guess we Famine into refill Famine. Who do we throw this at? I guess Grapple Pot is the most annoying. Technically Fizzbang is, but we can't target her unless we have a stun, and there's no good way to put a stun on a green day other than Mana Core. But since we're using Famine, there's no room for a Mana Core on our team, unfortunately. If we didn't have it, then yes, we would be able to budget replace that, though unfortunately that wouldn't work with a Apothecary, so never mind, maybe we wouldn't be able to replace it with that. But that is generally the cheap alternative to Famine if you need it for a green or a yellow day. Obviously not brown, but and obviously not with Apothecary. But Mana Core can sometimes work as an alternative. Normally Mana Core is used either in first slot, second slot, or fourth, depending on what you need it for. Of course, he has Impervious, so you can fourth slot him as an anti Kraken if need be, while still getting a nice mana drain in. Anyways, let me go take the Skull Poke here, I guess. I want to take that blue, but we don't actually need the mana other than for Plague. So he'll take that. I guess we finally get that yellow, which was the reason I wanted to take the blue in the first place, to go deny out all those so he can't get it off the Grapple Pot. I did not want him casting. That's a lot of damage that would reduce our points if he gets it off. At least with these, they're not initially going to do damage. They're going to allow him to do more damage, but the ability itself doesn't directly give him immediate damage. Me doing this will give us a Famine, so I am going to go for it. He gets a Poke as well, which will distract him. We have plenty of HP to keep doing that for a little while, especially with all the extra turns. I guess we wait 1 turn on the Famine and just hope he doesn't go crazy. And there we go. He doesn't go crazy. We do that. I'm not even going to double check to see if this is enough to kill Grapple Pot, and it is indeed. We'll go and throw out a Kraken here. I don't think there's anything else we need to move around. Green to purple. Is that worth it? I think it is, actually. So we'll go for it. Didn't get any of that extra turn off the top. And he gets a random skull in there. I guess we throw a Kraken now. We have 2 spots that could possibly land it. So we... Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost forgot the red. Oh, and that leads right into yellow. Wow. I almost missed all of that. Well, since we did get that, I guess we throw an Apothecary now on green or purple. I guess purple's better. Obviously, because we use so much green. So it's perfectly fine if we do convert out green. We have enough things to regenerate the mana that it doesn't matter as much if we already have at least one of them up. Do we Kraken or do we Famine? I think we actually go for Kraken here. Because I can't actually Famine the one I need to kill, so... Hey, we actually got the Devour. Exactly what we needed there. And that is matched. Do I take the Skull or do I take the Famine? I think I take the Skull. It's very, very little difference here. But yeah, I think we just go for the Skull. And down it goes. Anyways, that is Guild Wars for today. And that is my new green team for now on. I do think. It seemed pretty safe. It was winning very easily. We had the drain spam that we needed. And overall, I don't know, that's actually quite a bit of fun too. So yeah, I think that's going to be our new team. Basically, anything that is Apothecary plus Famine is our new Green Day forever. Let's see, Apothecary... I used to use this combo quite a bit, but never for Guild Wars. So I guess we're bringing the Guild Wars now. Famine... What else do we need? I forgot what the team almost was at this point. No, we used the Kraken. And we had the last slot Impervious, so we had to have had Plague or something else similar. And there we go. Banner was a... Actually, it's already the correct banner. Perfect. That was the one I used, right? Yeah, it wouldn't make sense that that was, because we had the +2 blue. Sweet. So that's our new Green Day for now on, I do believe. Now the only thing we need to fix is our Purple Day, and we're good to go. This isn't horrible, but it's really bad against Queen Mab, which is the issue with quite a bit of teams out there. But yeah, there's a lot of strong teams that just get completely decimated by her. Because she counters two things that are really good in the game right now. Having a really high mana pool but from exploding and stuff like that. And having a lot of extra turn spam to basically just infinite win. Both of those things are really popular right now. And both of them are hard countered by a Queen Mab. And it doesn't help that Kraken keeps forcing you to have Impervious in last slot, basically forcing in a troop that you might not want there. Like, for example, us using Plague. That's definitely not the most optimal thing, but if Apothecary and everything gets us enough extra turns, doesn't really matter. I guess we'll use it in PvP once. Of course, the one team I use it against has a Plague last slot, so we'll probably have to throw the Famine against it. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine, I think, for running this into the foreseeable future on every Green Day until we find it to lose, but yeah, it seems okay. Doesn't really have too many holes in it. Biggest issue... I don't know, what would be used on a Green Day that'd be a big issue to this team? There really isn't much. Skull spam actually would. If he can skull spam before we get to do anything. Though I don't think really anyone bothers with skull spam on Green Day, because a lot of people on Green Day have Entangle. Green has more Entangle than any other color, so it wouldn't really make sense if they did that. But I believe that would be one of the hardest counters, would be if they did go skull spam. Which is probably never going to happen for of course, unless they're using like one that has immune to Entangle. Like maybe they'll use like a Christine X first slot and skull spam. I ended up doing a team with that earlier with, what's her name? Her. With Syla. I don't know if Syla alone really on AI controls enough to really be considered skull spam though. Because in a way, you could technically consider what he's using right now as skull spam. But the AI normally doesn't get it functioning. Let's see. I say that, watch, he's gonna get it. Okay. That actually has no effect whatsoever, surprisingly, even though he has the ability to dodge all of our AoEs. Kraken's damage does not count as AoE, the double hit does not count as AoE, the Famine, obviously, single target, and even Plague's thing that hits everything, both of them do not count as AoE. So that does absolutely nothing, even though it looks like it should, because we... Oh wait, why did I do that when we didn't have Famine? Well, that was a mistake. I threw Famine to full mana when you already had full mana. Good job. Whoops. Fail. Let's not do that. Luckily, we finished all the Guild War battles already. That would have been an extreme fail if that was actually a Guild War fight. Actually, I already had my extreme fail. I ended up taking a 4 times instead of a 5 times in that first battle, which is actually why we lost. I did it because I thought we'd have an extra turn follow-up, but I looked at the board wrong and we didn't, which led to us eventually losing the battle because it got a nice advantage out of it from us not getting the little extra bit. Oh no! Wow, we actually lost one. We haven't lost one during any of these battles and we finally got one. Let's see. Oh, do we have to get rid of green? Ideally, we don't want to do that, though it's not the end of the world if we do with this team. This makes it slightly more annoying to do stuff for a little while. Alright, so let's keep taking all the extra turns. You don't think Plague isn't trait to do double damage works? You've scold damage when enemy is diseased and only shows 1 times damage, not 2 times. Are you sure? Are you sure it was fully traded? Or even first traded? I I've always seen Plague do 2 times if it was diseased. It would still have to be diseased, of course, though. But yeah, it does 2 times damage when it's diseased. I've never seen it not do it. Unless it's just being buggy on a certain platform, maybe. Yeah, I've always seen him doing that. Also, why is there a purple storm? Oh, yeah, duh. You create a purple storm when you kill something. What do we do here? I think we go for the purple into a brown chance. I need to get Famine up, but there's no direct way to get Famine up right now. So we'll do that. Didn't get it. And he steals our mana. I would show this, but there's no way we could possibly get him in first slot in the current positioning of the board. I could take a blue into a green. If they both surge, we are actually going to get both their mana up. Oh, of course it doesn't surge. Do I still take it, though? I don't have a +1 on green, so it's just going to leave Famine with 1 mana. So, probably not. I would need to take a... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, even if I surged, it wouldn't matter. Do I still take it, though? Yes. Apparently, yes. Okay, we'll move that up. Get an Apothecary. That will be enough to go and hit our Famine. Look at all that mana for only 1 mana. Commitment. Do we take a skull into red? Do I even need a skull into red? Probably not, unless we were to extra turn somehow from it, which we can't. Do I even bother with a skull here? I think I go with a plague. Get the diseases down. I was hoping one would actually die to the HP reduction. Well, we still need that poke. That hasn't changed. Guess we'll go take a little bit more mana. Oh, extra turn just sitting there. Nice. Hey, we got some poke. Not big enough, though. Let's throw Famine down. What's the damage? Oh, way more than enough. Why am I even looking? That is way, way more than enough damage. Get rid of red, which we don't even use. And take all the extra turns. Oh, we don't have a Kraken anymore to get that easy extra damage in, but that should be enough. Oh, never mind. He reduced our damage. That's not enough anymore. Plague got us with that reduction. He's so reduced he has 0 attack. And we're reducing his attack when he already has 0 attack. There we go, finally. And down goes the Famine. I didn't even realize that. I have no clue how I just noticed it now, but we're using 2 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Also, hello Derek, hello Saluki, welcome, welcome. Also, if I missed any other questions, also, hello Zach, welcome. If I missed any other questions, feel free to leave them in chat. Definitely make sure to go over them. Let's see. Yeah, he got me really good on the first battle. Yeah, freeze against double giant spider, double kraken. Definitely does not work out well for us. That is for sure. You know what, let me go bring out that one quick team. Sunbird, Rowan. I need to go save a team to this. I will do that after this stream. I just need to figure out where on Earth I need to keep it, because I'm trying to keep all my stuff organized as far as all my teams. But we definitely need to put this in somewheres because of how much I use it. And I keep having to go out of my way and make it. There we go. I can't wait till we get that to Mythic either. I don't believe Firebomb is going to be in the drop pool. It's going to be either at 2 instances. Either next patch, which is probably like next week, or early to mid-January is when Firebomb will likely be in the drop pool. And if it's not there by the next patch, yeah, it's probably going to be like mid-January before we see him. Hopefully the next kingdom will be out. The next kingdom should be out by the time Firebomb's in the drop pool. So when everyone opens up their gold keys for the new kingdom, at least we'll get him to Mythic, if nothing else. That's one of the whole reasons why I was actually saving him from getting him to Mythic, because there was going to be a high chance that that would be the case. And as it currently stands, it does look like that is still going to be the case for that. Okay, where is Green Blue? There you are. McGrim Woods. And let's go with that. I tried a couple different banners with it. I still think McGrim Woods. Oh, wait, isn't there... I always make this mistake with going with this banner. Isn't there a banner? Yes, +2 blue, +1 green, -1 yellow. That's the banner we need, not what I'm currently using. I always make that mistake, forgetting about the Leonis Empire banner. Anyways, we get Rowan down, we get our Sunbird down. Actually, I probably should throw Sunbird first in that instance. And now we just Firebomb into full mana on either of them. And that is match, if we could get that little bit of mana. There you go. And almost got both of them. Not like it would matter. But Sunbird and down. Looks like you're close to dropping off the Mythic. Wait, the Mythic LB. What Mythic LB? I don't know what you mean with that. But yeah, we're getting close at getting almost everything to Mythic. We're getting there. Still got quite a bit, though. I think we have 20 left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really focusing on that for a while, though. I'm waiting till kingdoms get closer to like 9 and 10 stars before I bother. There's currently only one kingdom with 9 stars, and the next one isn't coming till like February, and it's going to be probably the end of next year before... Oh, the leaderboard thingy. With the mythics? Yeah. I haven't really been keeping up with that, but... Oh, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, rarity. But yeah, there's a lot of them that I could have done if I really wanted to, but I'm deliberately keeping my glory for when kingdoms do start reaching 9 and 10 stars, which is still a while away. It could be next year, like 2018, almost 2019 by the time we really head to that point. But I am saving just in case, because if I don't have the reserves of glory, I'm going to have to spend like tens of hours a week farming it. But yeah, most of the stuff we don't have are ridiculously easy things to get that will naturally come over time. The only ones that we have that we still need copies for that are going to be a little bit harder is Autumn Imp, King Highforge, King Selenas. We only have one copy of him. Umber Wolf, though we are only 2 copies away. Scylla, though I could open more keys right now if I want to try. And that's it. Those are the only hard ones. Every single other thing here should be relatively easy to get to Mythic in a short amount of time. Actually, there is one other one that might be slightly annoying. This Tazoff thing that it ended up adding. I almost forgot this is even a thing. They added this, I believe, on the 2nd day of the 5-year anniversary. I mean 3-year anniversary of the 5-day long 3-year anniversary of Gems of War. Has anyone even bothered using this? It deals damage to an enemy, webs them with a 20% chance to devour them. Has anyone really even touched this guy? I don't know, I just always used... Spider Queen just feels so much stronger than this. Unless you happen to land a 20% chance to devour. But you're banking a lot on this troop if you are expecting it to land a random 20% chance to devour. That's like his whole purpose, is he has immune to devour plus a 20% chance to devour. That's like the only really good combo he has going for him. But it's too low of a chance to gamble with, given that that's basically his entire ability is a chance of doing that. Would you change the arrangement in any way? Oh, what arrangement? You've been having a lot of fun with the new Goblin team, which one? But you sometimes wonder if there are better ways to align the characters. You run Queen Grapplepot, don't use Queen Grapplepot in first slot. Sir Snothelm, Shaman, and Goblin Rocket. Yes, definitely reorder them. Let's see, let me go put them all in a team and I'll be able to visualize it a bit better. Let me go take the revenge battle. Let's see. Grapplepot you would never want to use in first slot. I don't think there's a single team you would ever bother with her in first. She's more of a second or third. Let's see. Grapplepot, because you want to make sure she's the one that survives the longest out of everything on your team. Sir Snothelm. I still have no clue why he does extra to disease when he doesn't actually disease. Or has immune to disease. No, he has double disease as well. I still don't understand that. He deals double damage to diseased enemies. Yeah, he has no disease, and everything that can disease is basically the same color as him, so you never get to use him for that purpose. Anyways, that one, what was the other two? We needed a Shaman. Haven't seen a Shaman used on one of these. Normally it's used on lower rarity versions, but we can still give it the greens we need. And a Goblin Rocket. Okay, so order. Order. Well, we probably don't want to block it, unless we want to disable. But yeah, I think that's okay. Let's see. Because regardless of what dies, we're losing at least one color. The only thing that would possibly die that wouldn't do that is Queen Grapplepot, but we definitely need her to live. So, yeah, I think this is fine. It really depends if you need the Sir Snothelm disable or not. If you want more board control or if you want more disable. This would be more board control, this would be more disable. But yeah, I think one of the two. Really depends on what you're looking for. So I think I'm going to run it with the more board control version. And for the banner, we can just go a yellow and a green, it looks like. I'm not going to +1 on Goblin Shaman, mainly because we're going to get Goblin Rocket up. And using Goblin Rocket's ability will basically be our +1 into the Goblin Shaman. Because the chance that he hits a brown or a purple is very, very high. We do lose 2 colors if Goblin Shaman dies, but everything else on our team is pretty important. So, Goblin Shaman's kind of just there for some generation. Let's see, what am I looking for again? I'm looking for a yellow-green. Where are you? It's Pansvale. Pander. Okay, anyways, let's get into this. This first fight should probably be easy because it's actually a lower battle. I just wanted to take it because it's revenge, but then we'll try it in a real battle. What do we do here? Looks like a blue into a skull, though that's like the last color we're going to be getting up is Search Not Helm in this case. Though I say that and we already almost have him at full mana. I can actually get him to full right now if I take that blue. That's pretty funny. I'm not going to though. I need the Goblin Rocket for board control. And now from here we should hopefully be able to get going with it. So we'll take that over. Get our Search Not Helm. Disable this on what needs to be disabled on his opposing team. Probably... I kind of want to hit you with something. I don't know if I should do their last slot or do her. I think I'm going to do their last slot. Actually, I don't know. It depends which way he's going to cast that. And we have no way of really knowing. I think I'm going to do it on you. Because it's better that you're webbed. And then we could just throw this at wherever we need it for board control purposes. We'll throw it right there for our brown and the other little bit of color we get. We can now throw this into a grapple pot, get her damage down, because that now serves the purpose of getting her low enough that she can't do anything to us. Now everything on our team has a higher amount of mana than it. We just throw that there. Nice yellow off the top. We get to recast. I guess we take the blue. And the main reason you want to keep her alive is she keeps keeping everything else alive. So you want her to tank for everyone. What do we do here? We can get some green off the cascade. We can also try for some extra. And get some brown possibly too. Well, at least we get the guaranteed green, which is what we aimed for. And we'll just take a yellow and get some more damage on him again. Actually, let me take some brown just to deny how his capability of extra turning. Oh, never mind. He would still have the extra turn regardless if I move it or not. So I'm actually going to take yellow here. Oh, nice. We got some reds off the top too. And he doesn't go for his extra turn. Do we have a explosion to get browns? A lot of browns, not just a small amount. Yes, we can set up a 5 times right there. Right? No. Oops. Oh, no. That's 5 times. Yeah, we do that right there. We do that. That gives us a 5 times right there. Move that down. Get our greens onto the board. That won't really do much because there's almost none to begin with. And yeah, it does actually absolutely nothing for us. Doesn't even give us a extra turn set up in that instance. I guess we just take some green. Let him get skull distracted. Go from there. Oh, he doesn't go for it, but he's already damaged enough that doesn't do anything. Let me go get him re-webbed and everything just so he can't hit us. Actually, never mind. It's not even going to matter because we can kill him off with the damage there. Do we take a skull poke? Yes, stone skin, so that will not kill, but we do get to take red out of it, and green, and brown. And what else we move here? Take the extra turn, take the poke, throw for green mana, and take the turn down. What else we need to move around? Red Surge, will it work? Yellow, red. We'll take the red. I don't see why not. Take the other red. Oh, I give him some yellow, but we'll go use the Goblin Rocket to get our mana back. If we could find somewhere to get our mana back off of. Could try it over there. Don't think it's going to be worth it, though. If I just explode this on some yellows and greens, that alone would be enough. So let me actually take that for some purple. And that will give... Oh, wait. Never mind. That was 1 mana short. But luckily, that did give us full mana there. So we can just move that down. That gives us both of them. And let's see, that's not going to be enough damage, but we'll throw that down. Get our orb thingy. Oh wait, never mind, that is enough. I forgot, it boosts based on goblins. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, something along those lines, I think would be the better order. Let's go try it in one more battle, one that's going to hit us a bit harder. So let's go try it against a Scion, Mercy, Valkyrie, Queen Mab. We might instant lose this, depending on what the Mercy does, because this team, obviously Frozen, is not going to do that well. But let's go see what a Goblin team can do against Mass Freeze. Because obviously Queen Mab is one of the harder counters to Mass Goblins. We'll go move that down. Didn't get the red off the top. He does Scion us for some mana. Mercy, what would happen if he does it? Not that much, so I am just going to take some red here. We did indeed hit our Surge. Gets us a little bit of mana, but so do we. That goes straight into our grapple. Do we have a good drop here? Not good enough to try for one. I think we just go for some standard brown-green. There we go. Oh, we actually do get quite a bit of yellow out of it. Before I do, let me throw my damage first. And then take that up. See what else we have laying around. Move that one over. Take the yellow. We have this if we need it. I'd prefer trying to get her mana up right now, so we'll just throw that down. Throw everything directly into her. Oh, you know what? I probably should have Goblin Shaman that first. Goblin Shaman, yeah, now we have nowhere to do it on. Yeah, I should have not taken that 4 times green yet. Because now we are kind of stuck not being able to do anything. We'll just take a skull. And now we'll kill that just so he doesn't do anything crazy that will annoy us. So that'll kill him. And we'll scale to Dbarrel. And we should be good to go from here. Yellow Surge would be amazing right now. There's not a single yellow though. Let's move the green over. And how much is that boosted? I haven't even been paying attention to how much damage this even does. Let's see. Is that 22? No, it should have been more than that. 19 plus 3 per each. That's 22, 25, 28, 31. That should have been 31. Why did it only show 22s? I'm gonna take the red over. Maybe we had a yellow chance, as it denies all the yellows. Or I mean, creates all the yellows. Okay, I guess we just go for a red drop here. And that's pretty much match. Do it right there. Get a red drop, get our scope poke, and there we go. Yeah, that's pretty much goblins. That's the more board control version, without the disable. Well, it still has the disable, it's just all the way in the back. Personally, I still prefer it with Fizzbang and, what's its name? The one I normally run with is, the Nobin Brothers. Wait, why am I forgetting what it is all of a sudden? Nobin Brothers, Fizzbang, Queen Grapple Pot, and then just one other utility in the back, depending on what you want. Normally Goblin Rocket or something, just for board control. I'm a huge fan of Goblin Rocket. He's actually still one of my favorite troops in the game. Probably like top 10 as far as just utility purposes. He's not really like top 10 as far as how powerful he is. But I don't know, it's just a really nice utility. Being able to do a 3x3 explode onto the board while still retaining your turn every single time. There's a lot of weird setup that you can do with that no other troop can do. Because he's the only 3x3, or you know, a single target explosion that has a 100% chance of extra turning. Every other option that has it in the game will only extra turn if that explosion happens to land into a extra turn. But he does it automatically, regardless of if it does or doesn't. So one thing that you can actually do with the Goblin, which is pretty nice, is do 3 pairs. Because you get a lot more value out of doing him into a 3 pair than you do out of 4. Obviously, if you can do it into a 5, you would want to do the 5 instead. But doing it simply into a 3, since that has a chance to surge, has more mana potential than doing it into a 4. And a lot of other exploders are forced having to 2 to 4 times, which, for example, would only give you 4 mana. But if you take a 3 pair and it surges, well, then you just got 6 instead of 4. So he can earn you quite a bit more mana than what you would normally be possible. And of course, he has the +1 red link. Really glad that he has that. If they ever remove that, he'd become almost useless. But the fact that he still has it, it's one of the things that made Wisp really good while it had it. And now that it doesn't have it anymore, it kind of doesn't get used because it doesn't have that mana link potential. But yeah, Link is really, really good on Goblin Rocket. He's one of the instances where it's used better than almost any other troop. That, Alchemist, and a few other instances, their links are just so amazingly well on them, including Valkyrie and a few others. But yeah, he gets a lot of value out of that 1 mana link. Anyways, let's see. Oh, I still need to go to dungeons. Time flies by. Let's see. 4 MOAs, leftover turkey. I know, right? People still have leftover turkey laying around in PvP. I bet if we click casual PvP like 10 times, we'll find another MOA team just laying around here. Aw. Nope, everyone kind of got rid of them. But there's still occasional here and there. We'll see like a random MOA here and there. Hey, Krakens! I wonder if you're powerful. Actually, a lot of people are also running Krakens because it is, if any of you haven't gotten it yet, it is a Blackhawk week for the event key. So there's currently 2 legends in the drop pool. Of course, the new one that came out, the Scylla, whatever her name is. Keep saying it wrong. And also the Kraken is the other legend that's currently in the drop pool. If you don't have a Kraken yet, I would definitely highly advise trying to get at least one. It's a pretty nice utility troop, really high damage once you get it fully traded. Actually, one of the highest damages in the entire game at the moment when you can get it going. And it's also the highest damage when doing it in a loop team, if you happen to be up against something that doesn't have Queen Mab. Oh, could you show the team at your level? Wait, what team at your level? Sorry, Derek, I didn't see your original post thingy. Could you show this team at your level? What team? I know, just skip all the comments and read the last one, sorry. Your budget Green Day team is Manicore, Giant Spider, Spirit Fox, and Sylvania Moore. Sure, let's go do that. Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Because the most recent thing that was said is like, oh, okay, I'll go answer that. But then I sometimes lose track of all the ones that were said way before that. Sorry, that does happen sometimes. Let me go do that for you, Derek. I got this. We did not forget. But it does happen sometimes. Sorry about that. Giant Spider. Spirit Fox. And Salvini more. Get all that in there. Okay, so let's go test this at R level. Did you leave a banner for it? Frozen banner, you mentioned. That seems perfectly fine. Spirit Fox doesn't really need a +1, but since you're not using red, I guess that's perfectly fine. It's definitely nice that you have... oh, wait, never mind. It's actually +2. Never mind. That's actually really good then. I forgot you have Spider. So yeah, you need the +2 anyways for your Spider. So now you have the +2 for Spirit Fox as well, so you can 2-turn it even without a Surge. Though it's going to be annoying when we get it to 1, and it's still missing that little bit. Because if we actually get a Surge on purple, it's going to bring us to 8 mana. Of course, we can't really help that, but that will be a little bit frustrating sometimes. There's no way that we could possibly give it the extra 1. Okay, so right off the bat, we're going to want to do this on, what's his name? On Ragnagor, just to make sure he doesn't get any explosions or anything. Follow-up. Blue would be ideal, though that's not available at the moment, so I guess we just take a green Surge, hopefully. Oops, didn't even Surge. Well, I guess we go for Scope. Oh, no, you know what? We can take the blue into Scope Poke. Perfect. Giant Spider, can we land you? We can on brown. Do we? I don't know if we should go for that or not. I want to take this to get brown, but I also want to convert it so we can get more purple. I think I'd convert it, actually. So we'll do that. Do that. Take the... Which way do we take this? Well, we don't need red. We take it that way. That gives us a nice green amount as well. Too bad there wasn't double yellow there. We'd actually extra turn if either of those two were yellow. Do I just kill him or do I drain him? He's entangled, so we can actually keep him disabled for a little while if we wanted to. Make sure he can't use skulls. Also, his damage doesn't do triple while he's entangled, since he can't have higher damage than us. I think I'm just going to kill him, though. It will get rid of our Spirit Fox, but hopefully we'll be able to get it up quick enough. That won't really matter. So he throws that down, doesn't really do much. We'll get a mana core down here just so he doesn't cast. Ooh, that's a bit unfortunate, but we do get some mana there, get a poke. I don't think there's anything I can do to the Guardian. And he actually has somewhat decent alignment, too. Though, if he stays entangled, then that actually won't matter too much. Oh, that was a fail. Us killing him is a fail. What do we do then? What's our backup plan? I guess Green Surge is not full mana. It would be 1 off. And I can't take blue. Yeah, he's going to hit us really hard. Actually, can I deny him completely? If that's not a green or brown, I believe we get to deny him from doing anything. He gets 1 Skull Poke. Okay, so this needs to not be a green or brown. Yeah, I think we're safe. Oh no, it's a green! Okay, he gets a lot out of this. He's actually probably gonna get a... Oh wait, when did we entangle him? Hold up, when did that happen? Oh duh, extra turn. Every extra turn entangles. We have Salvini more. You can tell I haven't used Salvini more for a while. Wow. Duh. Spirit Fox. We get some green out of it. Not an extra turn, but enough to still be enough. Enough to still be enough. Okay, we'll throw that down, get rid of the barrier. Should be able to get Giant Spider. You know what? I just realized. Wait, why exactly do we have the Giant Spider? Just to spam Spirit Fox? I guess that's okay. Of course, for the summon as well. That's a lot of mana generation for a single troop. Hey, got a double skull. Nice. Oh no, we lost it, but luckily we can revive it real easily. So we'll do that. Anything else we need to take? Spirit Fox, I think we hold. Just a little longer. We'll take a poke to get rid of the barrier. Gives him a little mana, but we can just drain some of it. Okay, we can't drain that much. Got a little lucky there. We'll just throw that at him. And now this is just a poke game at this point until we, we're playing a game of poker. Poke versus poke. Okay, let's go and Green Surge would be full mana. There we go. And Spirit Fox so he doesn't do anything. Giant Spider and Spirit Fox him again, and do that one more time. Unless we get a skull here. Yep, we get a skull and as match. That seems to work. It has plenty of disable, that's for sure. You have mana drain spam, you also have entangle spam, and that's essentially enough to counter out everything you would need. You have the mana core for some extra drain, has impervious so you can't get entangled or anything, and you have a summoner. So it covers all your bases. I don't know, this does seem really clunky. but it kind of works. Because you have a +2 purple and a mana generator for purple to fill a single 9 troops mana cost troop. If the enemy team has something quicker, where basically he's using a Gorgolfa or something of the such, or any kind of exploder that can generate a lot of mana for everything, this team is going to fall behind it because you can't use a Spirit Fox to deny everything. You can only really start targeting one at a time for your disables. If they start doing like 2 simultaneously, you're not going to be able to handle that. But for the most part, for early game, yeah, that seems to work. Has its problems, but for getting through, I think that'll be enough for probably what you're facing within Guild Wars. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, do the ×4 entangles. Whenever you do an extra turn, it gets that. Let's see. The devs confirmed on their stream it's pronounced Skyla. Isn't that how I was saying? So you finally were saying it correct for once? Hey, I was right. See, I told you. The first pronunciation I ever did for it was actually correct, and everyone was saying I was wrong. See, that's why I can never pronounce any words, because even if it is correct, some people will still say that it's wrong. But yeah, I got one correct out of like 100. See, I get about 1 in 100 correct whenever I try pronouncing anything. So yes, it is confirmed. It is Skyla to pronounce the new troop thingy. The one that's still in the drop pool and event keys. The Skyla right there. Really good for skull spam. Her ability itself is kind of average, but definitely really nice for skull spam. She's currently the only troop in the game that can get a free skull storm. So if you're looking to building into any kind of skull spam team related to that mechanic, she's the best thing to use for it. Other than that, I don't really think she serves much of a purpose at the moment. But once more troops come into play, and maybe if Submerge ever gets buffed, because it's pretty weak right now, Submerge would be good if it actually did what it said. The problem is it doesn't do what it says, because it doesn't work on traits and it doesn't work on a few other instances. But if it literally was to dodge everything that hits everything, then it would work. But currently it only dodges things that it only dodges full AoE when it's physical damage off of an ability, or true damage. But it has to be specifically off of an ability, and it has to be standard damage. It can't be some kind of stats effect or something else. It doesn't dodge that kind of stuff. And it doesn't dodge it if it's on trait. So, of course, that's kind of redundant because there's so many Krakens right now. And Krakens can just hit right through Submerge, which kind of defeats the whole point of it. But anyways, guys, I need to go do dungeons. Oops. Let me go do that real quick. I was going to say goodbye, but no, we're not done yet. Let's see. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning when we do end up closing. Oops, I forgot. Okay, I need to go save this team already, the other one. So I don't need to keep doing this. Firebomb, go. Firebomb. Firebomb. Rowan. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Same time as always, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 13 hours from now tomorrow. Or 13 hours from now, I should say. But yeah, we'll be back. There's no new content coming this Friday, unless they're just randomly doing something. But there's nothing planned, so I assume there's nothing coming. Sunbird, what am I doing? I keep forgetting it's one word. Actually, that time I kind of got it. Where's the Leonis Empire so I don't accidentally... Oh, wait. Never mind. Leonis Empire is not the right banner. Wait, I could have sworn there was a +2 blue, +1... There it is. I knew there was some banner that did that. I just said the wrong banner earlier. I said Leonis when it was actually the Tides banner. Anyways, Firebomb, go. Actually, before I do, take that. Throw Firebomb number 1. Get that down. Get a Rowan. Dead. Actually, that might not be enough yet. We'll throw that first. And then Rowan, and now it's dead. There we go, first one down. Battle number 2. The devs use the exact name from the Greek mythology, and then don't use the same pronunciation. Yeah, I know, that is kind of funny. They use a lot of stuff from mythology, though. Let's see. Did we take the green first? I think I do. Oh, sweet. Extra turn automatically. Good thing I didn't give that to him. I'll throw that down, throw that down. And now we just need to get the last little bit of our mana. Or skull poke him. Either or at this point. Move that over. There we go. Nice. And down it goes. Yep, come on, cast. And then the final battle. Got ourselves the Mega Guards avatar, which will still die just as easily as everything else. Okay. What do we need to do here? Firebomb. Wait, is there mana? Yes, there is. Good thing we got that first. He might get a Mercy here. Can't really stop him. Okay, well, it looks like he's getting a mercy. I can't do anything about that. Okay, he's going to be dumb and not even go for it. Good job. Good job, AI. You got this. Oh, there goes some of our mana. You know, he could actually win this if we're not careful. Oh, that would be really sad. I can't remember the last time I've almost lost one of these. It has happened a couple times where we actually have lost, but that's mainly because we were messing with such weird things. And this is kind of one of the weirder ones. But it still gets the job done. And it's still not enough damage because he ended up hitting it with damage there, which got rid of all of our boost ratio off the armor, which was not good for us. If we just surge both of these, we should be good to go. Even if it hits it with gigantic damage, it's not going to be enough. And down it goes. And there we go. Claim our stuff, and hopefully it'll do something to Soulforge that will actually allow us to use some of these, because we're starting to hoard quite a bit of resources. Also, there's a whole thread that's basically an appreciation thread, like hoping that eventually a Fairish Ra, oops, I keep misclicking, a Fairish Ra will be in Soulforge. There's a whole thread on the forum of people like, please, give us Fairish Ra already. I think they might, if I'm not mistaken, they have control of what actually comes in each week now. So I think they're deliberately holding Fairish Ra at this point. Before it was accidental that the system was just doing it that way, but I think they're deliberately doing it waiting until Christmas now, so that they can make it on like the week of Christmas, make it a Fairish Ra week. I'm almost guaranteed that's going to happen. Like the week, like whatever date that is. Let me see. I think it's the 19th. That might be wrong. The 18th. I was one day off. But yeah, like the week of the 18th or the 25th. One of those two. I can almost guarantee it will be Fairish Ra. Anyways, guys, I'm heading off for tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We will be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow morning, 18 hours from now, to go do mess around with teams, mess around with maybe some of the testing, like testing to see how the team we just did functions, because I still haven't tested it for a long duration of time compared to other alternatives, so I do want to do that. Get like a stopwatch out with a little timer thingy, test it for an hour, see what happens, and we'll mess with a few other things. But anyways, guys, hope you have a wonderful weekend, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you all tomorrow then. Goodbye, everyone.